Hello, everybody. There's Papa B with D&D Podcast with Papa B and Applejax. I'm Papa B.
I'm
That is
Aplejax.
Applejax over
Yep.
there, over there,
Yep.
over there somewhere. Yeah. We come on here and we're exercising our First Amendment rights, but it's getting pretty
Yep.
hard to do that because all these platforms are being controlled by the Muslims.
I
Uh,
mean, I think they're just being
I mean,
controlled
they
in
can come
general.
on here, they can come on here and say, let's kill infidels and Christians and shit like that. But as soon as you say, let's get rid of the Muslim extreme terrorists, you're
You're,
blocked. You're
yep,
gone.
you're a bigot. Get out of there.
That's right.
That's
So,
ridiculous.
I call bullshit.
I
That's what
agree.
I call.
hmm
Um, I think I've got like 15 days until Facebook will let me back on again, which
That's
is
funny.
fine with me. I really don't care. Facebook is a libtard platform anyway.
Yeah.
It's
I
run by.
I just post on X.
Yeah, we post on X and on TikTok. Um, I mean, it's really scary what our country is becoming. It I don't know. I mean, everything feels fake. Why do we have a Congress that won't pass something that over 80% of Americans want? Talking about the Save American Act. Democrats,
I
Republicans,
agree.
and people alike. That's all people. That's bipartisan. That's not just one
I
party.
agree because
Okay.
only American citizens should be allowed to vote.
Yeah, and we have
And
court. Yeah, yeah, and we have courts releasing criminals faster than the police can lock them up. Okay,
yeah, people have not had
um,
harsh enough sentences.
we have schools graduating kids that can't read.
Dude, that makes me so angry. It's so
Yeah,
true. They're like not allowed to fail students.
oh, I know.
I
It's
know
sad.
it's terrible.
It's sad. And we have colleges that charge 200,000 for degrees, but you get a degree, you can't get a job.
Right.
We have nonprofit system that profits from our tax dollars,
Yep.
which they're not supposed to, but they do. We have a healthcare industry that profits from you staying sick,
Yep.
which is true.
Yep. It was
Uh,
proven that COVID was purposeful.
yeah, it was. And we have
hmm
representatives up in Washington. They don't give a shit about the American people. They don't care.
I agree.
They don't care. They don't
When you
care a bit.
have when you have politicians that literally say if the Save America Act gets passed, I will be voted out of office and Democrats will never win another election. That tells you that they need non-citizens to vote in order to stay in office.
Exactly.
That's ridiculous.
Exactly. Yeah, it is.
I can't stand it.
That is. It's ridiculous, and our fucking country is backwards. It's totally ass backwards, bass backwards. One of
Ass
them,
backwards.
ass
Yep.
backwards. It's
Yep.
totally fucking backwards, and it it baffles me.
I
And
agree.
I have another one. Oh, where the fuck did it go? Come on, you piece of shit. That ain't it. That's my pizza order. I have
I
another
want
one that
pizza.
I want to read that I saw.
Okay.
Um, anyway, go ahead and talk. I'll forget it here in a minute.
One thing that's on our list is that people are getting mad about, which they shouldn't, but most people are happy about it. Greg Abbott is trying to pass a ban on hiring teachers that have H-1B visas.
Yes.
And I personally think that that's awesome because we should prioritize US citizens. And there is no teacher shortage. I hate when people say that. There is not a shortage. There are plenty of US citizen teachers out there
There's
who
plenty of
just deserve
teachers,
to be paid more and they
exactly, but
deserve to
they
fail students if they're failing.
bingo.
Like,
Uh,
who wants to work for an education system where you're not even allowed to properly teach your students?
HISD lost 1,000 teachers just this before school started. They
I
lost a
think
thousand
Fort
teachers.
Worth ISD is
Has lost
getting taken over
4,000,
by the,
hadn't it?
yeah, because they're getting taken over by the state and teachers are basically just tired of it.
Mhm.
Like, if you can't fail students, then when they take state tests and they score terribly and your scores come down, then the state ends up having to take over. So what's going to happen when the state takes over and they realize that this entire time administration hasn't been letting people fail their students? Education is going to drop.
Oh,
And
there's been teachers that's gotten fired because they failed their students.
yeah, and it's ridiculous because
Yeah,
we should be allowed to fail kids who don't know what they're doing. That's
exactly.
the point of having a
Mhm.
grading system is you can't just give everyone a trophy because one, they're not even trying,
No, they
and
don't have
two,
to. They
you
don't have to
have
try.
like high school students who don't even know that an I should be capitalized when it's by itself,
Yeah.
and they write in emojis and acronyms, and they think that it's impossible to write a 5-page research paper. 5 pages. That's it. I was writing 20-page research papers when I was in high school, and these kids think that you can't do it without AI or
Oh,
without
no.
Chat GPT. And I'm like, use your brain and you can. You don't need AI to write a research paper
No, you
because you're
don't.
not doing the research if AI is writing it for you.
No, you're
Doesn't
not.
make any sense.
And they're just dumbing down our students, our kids.
Yes, and
And
then you
here's
have people graduating that don't know anything.
yeah, and here's one more. It says our society is so dumbed down and indoctrinated that anyone who is a critical thinker is perceived as a conspiracy theorist.
Yeah, or a problem.
Yeah, yeah.
Hmm.
It's it's
It's
it's
true.
it's it's really really sad
Yeah.
that's what our country's come to, and
One of the biggest examples is this whole XXXY chromosome debate, because you
mhm.
have a lot of people who keep trying to say that there's no biology to back up that women are human females with XX chromosomes and they produce eggs for their reproductive system, or at least are supposed to. They have ovaries. They shed their uterine lining at least once a month.
Yep.
And then you have males who are XY chromosomes, naturally stronger than women. They produce sperm and they cannot just change their sex. You can't do that. But
No.
you try to talk to people about it, and they literally think there is no science to back it up because you are just passing kids who have no actual knowledge. You learn this stuff in high school and
Yeah.
in middle school. And because they're just being forced to pass kids no matter what, you have entire generations who think that you can just say, "Oh, I'm a woman, therefore I am." And if you don't let me be and you don't respect that, then you're sexist and you're a turf, etc. And that's not how that works. But
No. No. And WNBA is fixing to find that out.
oh man,
Oh,
they
they have to unless they
mhm.
define what a woman is, and they have not yet to this date.
Yeah, because the commissioner somehow says that, well, I'm not a biologist, so
Right.
you can't really say what it is. So if anyone can come up and say it, we discussed that last time. Very
Yeah, it's
easy to
common
explain.
sense because
Right.
if there is four or five, maybe six men declaring for
Hmm.
the WNBA draft.
Yep.
So
And
I think Clay, God, what's his name? I said it last week. Clay Travis should take those five, form his
yeah,
team,
yep.
and go in the
The balls, right?
WNBA. Yeah, the balls. Yeah, the Las Vegas balls. And I think he should do it.
I agree. I really think that he should. Of course, for former, there we go. Yahoo has it. Yay, Yahoo. Um, so you have ex NBA players who, at least four of them, I think more than that, but this article says four,
Yeah.
um, are claiming that they are women now and saying that
Did
they
you?
are going to
Yeah.
join the WNBA, but
Yeah.
the commissioner is trying to tell them no. And they're saying that no, because you're clearly a man and you can't. But they can't even define what a woman is.
No. What's
So
Brittany Griner?
who are who are they to tell anyone
Yeah.
that they can't join, all they have to do is just admit what a woman is. That's
Yeah.
it.
Exactly. That's all
Stop
they got
being
to do.
scared of offending people.
Did you see
There's
the two guys that got thrown out of the WNBA game? They were dressed in dresses and wigs and stuff, and he had a sign
mhm.
that says, "I'm declaring myself for the WNBA draft." It was hilarious.
Yep. You also have people who are getting kicked out on both sides, both for who are for XXXY athletics only, and then others who do support transgenders being
Yeah.
in women's sports, getting kicked out by security saying, oh, you can't wear that shirt. They've tried arresting people, but the WNBA teams came back and they said, we do not support this. It doesn't matter what side it is, unless it's a vulgar shirt, you're allowed to express yourself at these games. These
Yeah.
games are held in
Yeah.
public places, and you
Yeah. So,
cannot kick them out for just
no,
wearing a shirt.
no, they can't do that anymore.
No,
So,
exactly.
uh, that's a good thing. But yeah, they're fixing to find out because if they don't allow those guys to go into the WNBA, you're talking about a multi-million-dollar lawsuit,
100%.
and
Absolutely.
they're going to win.
Oh,
And
yeah. Absolutely.
then that they'll be forced to prove.
I think that it's going to explode, and I think for some reason they're going to let it do that before they actually fix the problem. You're going to
Yeah.
end up needing a new
Yeah.
commissioner.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah.
Yeah, but I am very proud, and I think I think every man who is going along with Enos Freedom and Rorisha White and claiming that they're also going to join the WNBA. I just hate that it takes a man doing it when
Yeah.
you could just listen to biological women when we say no. It's the same thing as when you need consent for other relations. If a
Exactly.
woman says no,
Means
that's
no.
the end of it.
Yeah.
Right. Why do we need a man? Men, why do we need men to make this point for us when we have been saying no this entire time?
Absolutely.
Ridiculous.
I agree 100%. So
Yep.
it's going to be a reality show. It's going to be fun to watch.
Yeah, it is
It's
definitely comedy.
because that we got a lot of other things that this country should be concentrating on other than what a fucking woman
Exactly.
is.
That
I
shouldn't
mean
be an issue.
no, it shouldn't even be. It shouldn't. We shouldn't
So
even be
stupid.
talking about it.
I
So,
agree.
but
I
they
mean, we
get they're
literally have like non-US citizens, or at least we have foreigners who come over, they get their US citizenship, then they join our government, and then they're all anti-America,
yeah,
saying that they need to bring down the American regime,
yeah,
and they're being allowed to do it.
yeah.
Ooh, but one thing I did find is that what is that lady's name?
I can tell you
Oh,
that Nancy Mace uh, actually requested all of Ileana Omar's records, all of them, her coming into the country and everything, and her marrying her husband and everything, and Congress blocked it.
say that one more time.
Nancy Mace, I think it's
Uh-huh.
Nancy Mace, she's a
Okay.
congresswoman, requested Ileana Omar's immigration records and
Yeah,
the
that's her
record,
name.
yeah, and Congress blocked it.
I believe that she got taken off of what was it? She got taken off of a committee in Texas
Yeah,
because she has dual citizenship in Somalia
right,
and in America.
right. But when Nancy Mace, is it Nancy Mace or Nancy Grace? One of them. That
Nancy Mace.
okay.
Mace.
Yeah, she requested
MACE.
all of her immigration papers and everything, and Congress blocked it. They wouldn't let her have it.
Yeah, so she got removed Ilan Omar,
She got
right?
removed a long time ago.
Yeah, from the House Foreign Affairs
Yeah,
Committee. She got
yeah,
removed from that.
yeah.
And you're saying that Nancy Mace
Requested
won
her records and got
and they
denied
won't.
by Congress.
That's
They got
I
she
mean,
got
which records though?
immigration records. She falsified immigration records. She married her husband. That's a
Oh, I see what you're
falsification.
saying.
And they wouldn't allow her to have the records.
Mace.
So that's Applejack's fact checking
Yeah.
everything. So that's what she does, which is fine. We all need to be fact checked once in a while.
Yep. It says representative moved to issue a subpoena for the immigration and naturalization records during a House oversight in January. This was in January. And the committee ultimately tabled the motion and did not advance the subpoena, which is ridiculous because, again, if you have foreigners in our office, we deserve to know that it's legal. First of
Yes,
all,
exactly.
we deserve to
Exactly.
know that. We, the people, deserve to know that.
Yeah.
And it seems like the government is trying to act as if they rule over us.
Yes. Yes. And
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 that's
oh,
not
it's
true.
it's going to come to a head because video after video after video I watch, people are getting pissed off. It's going to come to a head because
Yeah.
I mean, okay, I love Donald Trump. Don't get me wrong. I love him. I think he's got the biggest balls of anybody up there, and but I think he has lost focus on the American people because he's paying more attention to these pissant countries. There's no
Yeah.
doubt Iran needed to be put in check, and he's got them in check, no doubt about it. They're not going to have a nuclear weapon. Hell, and they may have a few missiles here and there that China's sending them or Russia's sending them or whatever, and we can keep them in check. That's no big deal. He needs to turn his focus to the
On
American
America.
people
Yeah.
because Muslim terrorists are taking this country
Yeah.
over.
The same way they did in the Middle East, the same way they did to
Exactly.
Persia, the same way they did to Pakistan, the same way they're trying to do to Israel,
Yeah.
the same way, like, they literally openly hate Jewish people.
Yes.
And if you are somehow okay with that, you're a Nazi.
Yeah. Exactly. So,
Ridiculous.
like I said, I love Donald Trump to death, but he needs to
He does. He
turn
needs to
his
turn his
focus
focus.
into our country and say,
I
okay,
completely agree.
all you little pissant countries, y'all want to blow each other up, get after it. Get fucking blow everybody up, blow each other up as much as you want to. Who cares? I'm going to take care of my country.
I agree because
And
we have to have those preventative measures.
yes,
And it's already starting to happen where representatives in our government do not want us to have a say. They're trying to
no,
hide meetings from us, and this goes all the
mhm,
way from the top down to city councils.
yes.
And that is not how it should be.
Actually, down to the school boards. I mean, it's from the
Yeah.
school boards on up to Washington.
And the only reason it's happening is because you have people who are meddling and they don't realize that the people are supposed to be in charge, so they're just trying to turn it into their own socialist, fascist type of
Exactly.
government. But they are talking to people who are susceptible. So they'll turn it around and they'll say that the independents and people who are calling them out, they'll say that those people are the fascists, those people
Yes.
are the
Yes.
socialists, with nothing
Yes.
to back it up.
No.
Nothing to back it up.
And
But because they're
Christianity,
yelling it,
yeah,
they'll people
Christianity
believe
is
it.
under attack. Christianity is under attack big time.
I mean, your
When
freedom of religion in general is under attack because do
yes,
you think if Islam takes over that they're going to let you be an atheist? They're not.
yeah,
You think they're going to
no,
let you be a Buddhist? No, they're
no,
not. You think they're going to let you practice your witchy witchcraft? No,
no,
they are not. Christianity will at least respect that you do not want to be a Christian. Will
exactly.
Christians try to convince you to turn to Christianity? Yes. But will they behead you because you choose not to?
No,
No.
no,
I completely agree. They are absolutely trying to attack our freedom of religion.
yeah. It's sad when the I don't remember what state it was in or what town, but a guy preaching on the corner, the cops threw him in jail, and of course the cops got fired because they can't stop a man from preaching on public sidewalk. Of course, the cops
Hmm.
got fired. and they tried to do it again. The cops got fired again, I believe. And I don't remember what town it was, but they're just. And another thing I want to say too about these guys that are going out and they're filming on public property, they're standing on public property.
Mm-hmm.
People, leave them alone. Cops, leave them alone. Okay,
Exactly.
they're on public property.
Yep.
Everywhere you go, you're going to be surveilled. Somebody's taking a picture of you. Big deal.
Because it's public
That's
property. If
right.
you
It's
don't want
public
to be on
property.
camera,
Yeah.
then stay
And
in
you
your
need
house.
need to tell these stupid ass cops, leave them alone. Tell the
Yeah.
people to leave them alone because they're on public property.
Right.
Don't walk up and say, "Well, this is city property." Well, guess what?
City
City
property is
property
public
is
property.
public property. Oh my
Yeah.
God! I mean, it's just these dumbass cops that just, oh, it's against the law for you to film us. No, it's not.
No, it's not. It
No,
is
it's
not. It
not.
is within your rights to record whatever you want if it is
Yes.
on public property.
Yeah.
And you
Yeah.
have people who they'll go complain to like a security officer. And again, yes, we're using Christians and Muslims as the example because it's the biggest thing happening in
Yeah.
America right now. So you'll have mosques and you'll have protesters that are on the public sidewalk, not on the mosque's property, on public sidewalk,
Public property. Yeah.
and the mosque will complain and try to get cops to tell him that, oh, you can't be here, like Papa B just said, when they have every right to be there. But then what happens is then you have a giant group of like Muslim men, and every now and then you'll get Muslim women in their hijabs doing it, but for the majority, it's Muslim men who then gang up on these
Yeah.
protesters. They literally come in giant groups
Yeah.
and
And
they
they
start
won't do it.
screaming at them. They start
They won't.
throwing
Yeah.
things at them, and the
They
cops
won't
are
do it
doing
one on one.
nothing.
No,
That
they
yeah,
won't do
no,
it
they
one
won't
on
do it one
one.
on one. They're
It's
always
got to
in
be a
groups,
group.
and
Yeah.
then somehow the cops are still telling the protesters that they need to leave because they're inciting that violence.
Yeah.
That no,
That's
absolutely
bullshit.
not.
That's
I don't
bullshit.
care what your opinion is. You have every right to talk about it in a public space. Every
Yes, you
right.
do.
And if someone tells you that you don't, you need to
It's your First Amendment.
civilly, yes, and
Yeah.
don't start violent, don't start screaming. You got to use a calm voice because that's what a lot of Muslim politicians are doing is they're not raising their voices, they're not getting angry, and then they're using when people's emotions against them, saying, oh well, why are they screaming like that, never addressing what they're saying, but calmly just putting them down for being angry and being Islamophobic. And they're trying to say that they're tolerant and we're tolerant, and they're not. They're just feeding you a bunch of calm
Yes, they
bullshit.
are. Bunch of
So
crap.
if you're a protester against Muslim and you're protesting an anti-Muslim protest, stay calm. You
Yeah.
have to learn to keep your demeanor when
Exactly.
and they will smile at you mockingly, and it
Yeah.
makes me so angry. It makes me so angry when they
Uh,
have this evil smile, like
oh
they'll
yeah,
be
it's
someone will be
evil.
yelling in their face and they're just smiling. You know why they're smiling? Because you're the one that's getting upset and you're the one that's going to get in trouble for being that upset. So
Yeah.
we have to keep our demeanor calm if we want any authority to listen to us.
Yeah. Yeah. That is
Period.
true, and that's a fact. So if you want to call me Islamophobic, do it, because
Yeah,
I am.
yeah.
I'm
I'm scared of Islam.
Islamophobic.
Now, to be fair, a phobia is an irrational fear. I don't think the fear is irrational.
Oh, I don't either.
So I think Islamophobia, it's it's not irrational
No.
because if you look at history, it's very much something to be afraid of.
Yes.
100%.
Yeah,
And I
because
don't care how intolerant you call me.
every country that they have been in is a shithole.
Mhm.
It's a shithole.
Exactly. And then
They destroy it. It's a
they
shithole.
come to civilizations where people have their freedom and they start turning it into the same shithole.
Yeah.
The fact that we see these giant mobs of Muslims just running down the street and terrorizing people.
Yeah.
Um, in London, you now have Muslims who are attacking the gays, the LGBT community.
Hmm.
And I thought that the queers were all for free Palestine, but look what's happening now. You're
Yeah.
getting attacked because the
Yeah.
Muslims do not agree with you.
Also in the UK, the immigrants that come in, they're giving them a pamphlet that says, please try not to rape. Please try
Yeah,
not to
they're
hurt
having to
anybody.
tell them
Oh my
how
God.
to be in other countries
Yeah.
because their countries are
Fucked up.
so barbaric that it's to them it's okay if you are a PE a woman. For them it's okay if you marry a child. For them it's okay if you behead someone because they're not your religion. And
Exactly.
you have to look at the history of where they're coming from.
Yeah. It's pretty sad, actually.
Yeah,
So
but when
let,
you have students who get pass or fail no matter what, they don't actually know
they
that
don't know.
history.
They don't know the history.
And they're all
They're trying to
susceptible.
take they're trying to take the Revolutionary War out of the history books. They're trying to
They're
take it out.
trying to also claim in some schools they're trying to say that 9/11 was America's fault
Right.
and that
Yeah.
we brought it upon ourselves.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
ridiculous.
Yeah, it is.
You really need to listen to them when they say that they hate us and that they want us to all be Muslim. They're
Yeah.
not going to let you be whatever religion you want.
No, so that's enough about Islamic terrorism.
Yeah, I agree.
It's pretty sad, but
I agree.
it's going to come to a head,
Yeah,
and
I feel like we could rant on that for literally an
it's
hour.
good. It's good versus evil. It's not left
Yeah,
versus right.
I
It's
could
good
I
versus
completely
evil.
agree. And it's not
It's not.
religion against religion. It
No.
is good people versus
Versus,
Muslims.
yeah, versus
Yep,
evil. It's Satan coming up, and it's just he's got a lot of people fooled. So,
I completely agree.
all right, what's the
Completely agree.
next one, Applejack? What's the next one?
Let's see. We did that already. We did that one too. We can talk about flock cameras.
The
You
flock cameras in Houston
are
are getting cut
getting
down.
taken down. Yeah. And
Yeah,
in other cities in America too, at
yeah,
night people are just going and like boop cutting them
yeah.
down. And I think it's
There,
hilarious.
did we talk about this last one? Winona, is it Winona, Minnesota, or something like that?
Mhm.
They had 6 flock cameras, and they all got taken down in one night.
Yeah. Exactly.
Yeah, I think that's
Exactly.
hilarious. I think that's hilarious. Nobody's cutting
I
them down
agree.
here yet, but
And what's funny is like no one is getting in trouble for it.
no,
Like the cops don't seem to care.
no, they
Like
don't.
I think it's funny. So one of the things the flock cameras are supposed to do is help catch like criminals who are on the run through AI recognition. But if you know anything about AI recognition, even on your phone, if you use your face recognition to unlock it, sometimes it won't even recognize your own face. It will mis identify you. And
Yes,
so the flock cameras are doing the same thing.
and
They'll
people,
identify regular legal no one's made a mess citizens and try
yeah,
to say that it's this person that's on the run.
in another state when they've
Mhm.
never been to that state, and that person gets arrested, and it's pathetic, and
Yeah.
and that's another thing I disagree with Mr. Trump, our president.
Okay.
He is, bless his heart. He told everybody, he says, you might as well get used to AI centers because they're
Yeah,
coming.
and like I don't disagree. AI has technically been around since like 1956.
Yeah, yeah.
But
They're just building bigger plants and putting them there. All those little AI plants that they have, they just want them all in one plant.
right, and they don't need to be that big.
No,
Um,
no.
we don't need to just accept that they're taking over. Like, do we need to integrate it into our lives because it's basically inevitable? I mean, if you like your fingerprint recognitions and you like your facial recognition on your phone, if you like using CGI, if you like blurring out your background, if you like using those filters on Snapchat,
Yeah,
all of that is AI.
yeah.
So,
AI is coming. It's just they need to be
I mean,
more respectful about
yes.
where they're putting
And
these.
And they
AI
really need to
centers.
be more environmentally
Exactly.
conscious. I hate that word. Conscious.
Conscience.
Yes,
Conscience. Yeah.
they
Something like that.
do,
Yeah.
because it will absolutely rapidly destroy our environment
Yes, it
and
will.
use up all of our water.
Yes, it will.
So we've been embracing AI since 2000, like, but
Your
that doesn't
AI's
mean that we
everywhere.
need to let the
Yeah.
extreme
Mm.
happen. It is
AI's
everywhere.
everywhere. Hell,
And
AI's in your TVs. You got a smart TV. They can watch
yeah,
every move you make.
correct.
They know when you make
Absolutely.
a phone call on your cell phone. I mean,
Hmm.
AI is around. They're watching you. They're watching everybody. That's
Yep.
just the way it is. But
And they're listening to you.
when they build these centers, and they're going to build them.
Hmm.
They need to be
Yeah,
more
I agree.
respectful about the environment and where they build them to make sure it doesn't
Yep,
mess with farmers or rural areas, water and
exactly.
things of that nature.
Something else that I think goes hand in hand, which I hate, is that the FDA, who I don't trust as far as I can
Oh no,
throw 2,000 pounds, they're approving like lab grown meat and lab grown eggs and things like that. That's not good. We do
no,
not want that. That is the same as like accepting that cigarettes have like these really bad chemicals, that cause cancer and stuff. And a lot of people who do still smoke cigarettes, they're going to be okay with that kind of stuff because
yeah,
they're going to try to convince you that we can have all these AI data centers because we don't need farms if we can just lab grow it. That
exactly.
that lab grown is not going to taste the same.
Yeah,
Lab
uh,
grown is not going to have a lot of the nutrients that humans need from the natural order of things. You
yeah.
are going to
No,
completely disrupt the natural order of things.
you have to have in your body what God put on this earth for us to eat.
Yes, and
You have
there
to.
are those natural things that lab grown stuff cannot provide for your body.
Mm-mm.
And it will start making people sick. It's going to start making people dumber. It
Yeah.
is not a good thing. It's
No.
You're going to have terrible blood cells. Your immune system's going to break down. You're going to start looking emaciated. It's going to change the color of your skin and your hair
Yeah.
and your nails and all of the things that we get from naturally grown foods,
Yeah.
even if it's
And
vegetables.
yeah. And with that being said, Walmart is they're they're overpricing everybody on their groceries. That there's one guy going out doing the checks, and actually I saw a video this morning. There's a guy that's going to join him. They're going to Walmart. Walmart is the biggest ripoff when it comes to your groceries because
Yeah.
every all their groceries look like shit. Their meat, their fruits, their vegetables, they look like they've already been chewed food.
Yeah, it's nasty.
They're overcharging you. And there's a guy going around and he's catching them. He's catching them. And
How is he
it's a
catching them?
he's going into Walmart's, grabbing their meat and going weighing them on their own scales.
Oh, yes, that
He'll
is
get a
a
whole
hundred.
basket of chicken and go up there and weigh each one of them, and they'll all be underweight. In the
Yep.
package, they're supposed to be 2 pounds. They're in the package and they're barely a pound.
And they'll tell you it's too bad, and people just believe it.
Yeah.
I
So
can't stand it.
don't shop at Walmart. Only reason you
Wherever
shop at
you shop, do
Walmart
your
is to buy,
research.
yeah. If you shop at Walmart, just shop for the clothes, their fishing stuff, and all that. Don't buy
Hmm.
their groceries. Their groceries
No,
are for
they
shit.
shouldn't be a grocery store.
No,
They
their
should not be a
groceries
grocery
suck.
store.
Their groceries suck. We don't buy groceries from Walmart at all.
Okay, so I found some of the stuff that I couldn't remember the words to when I was explaining the lab grown meat versus natural meat. And this includes stuff at Walmart. Like, if you're not buying local, you're probably getting some of this lab grown stuff already. But natural biological things have connective tissues that contain natural collagen, elastin, sinew that provide structural integrity that lab grown cells cannot provide because they don't have actual muscle tissue that grew. Um, Bioactive compounds, natural animal tissues inherently accumulate bioavailable micronutrients, which I mean, that those are kind of just a bunch of big words, but trace minerals, so things like taurine, creatine, carnosine, you want to get that naturally. And lab grown stuff does not have those natural chemicals to
No,
give your body.
no.
Things like vitamin B12 as well. You can't get that out of lab grown stuff. And if you think we can just take supplements for it, that's not how it works.
Now, just like McDonald's, I saw a deal this morning. McDonald's, well, they sell 65 million hamburgers in one day. Okay.
How?
Boom. Thank you.
Yeah,
There's
we don't
not
have
enough
that much
cows on the
beef.
face. There's not enough cows on the face of the earth to sell 65 million hamburgers in
Exactly.
one day. So McDonald's is not real food. And any of your fast food, actually. I mean, look
Exactly.
at McDonald's, Jack in the Box, Burger King,
They're
Whataburger,
using
all
lab grown
them.
meat.
They're using lab grown meat. There's
Yep.
not enough cows on the face of the
And
earth to keep
it's,
these people supplied with real meat.
yeah,
They're
I
just
actually
not.
have a story about that. So, whenever you don't have a lot of money and you're living on a budget, sometimes you're forced to make decisions that you don't want to make because they purposely will make the things that are good for you more expensive. So you're eating a lot of cheap Taco Bell and cheap McDonald's and
They're not so
buying all
cheap
of these.
anymore.
I mean, right? That's true. They still have some dollar menus in
Yeah,
places,
yeah,
but I had to do that for a while. And again, this was probably like 15 years ago when the dollar menu was actually a dollar menu. So I ran on fast food for a long time because I couldn't afford to just go buy fresh all the time. And once I started getting a little bit more money in my career and I was able to start affording actual food and actual natural grown vegetables and meat, I started feeling better. I started having more energy. I got more glow to my skin. My nails were growing better. My hair was growing better. And then, sometimes you don't want to cook and stuff. So you'll just, you'll be out doing errands. So you're like, oh, let's just go to McDonald's real quick or Jack in the Box and get a burger. It's not as satisfying. It's like my body still wants nutrients.
yeah,
So I'll eat two hamburgers and some curly fries, and I still feel hungry. Even though I'm full, my body still wants the real nutrients.
exactly. Your
And
body
there
has
is
to
a
have the
difference.
nutrients that God
Yeah,
put on this earth for us to have. And
exactly.
if you're a vegetarian, I've got a lot of San Augustine grass and oak trees that you can come to my house
I
and eat if
think
you
that
want
that's a
to.
funny subject. I have an opinion on that that can be controversial sometimes. So vegetarians and vegans, they claim that they're all for saving the animals. They don't want to kill chickens, they don't want to kill cows because it's wrong and stuff. Well, when you pick plants, like plants are alive too, right? And plants have nerves and plants do feel things even though they can't express it. So you go and pick a bunch of spinach. If that spinach is green, that spinach is alive. And then you eat your salad. Guess what you're doing? You're eating it while it's alive
And
and you're
you're
killing
eating
it while you're chewing it.
and you're eating the cow's food. So you ought to thank everybody that's
Exactly.
not vegetarians or vegan because they're eating beef, which in turn eats your food.
Exactly. So you get those same nutrients from natural beef, and go back and look at how the natives treat animals. They still eat meat, but even if you don't want to think about Avatar, even in the movie Avatar, they talk about how energy is given and energy is borrowed, but you always have to end up giving it back, like when you pass away and you give it back to the earth. So you can be thankful and you can be humane when you put those animals down. It doesn't have to be, you don't have to do it while they're, you don't have to like gut them while they're alive. That's terrible. And we need to
Right.
put those types of practices to stop. But that's not how most farmers do things.
No,
Farmers
no.
love their animals and they
Yeah.
appreciate their animals. And whenever you eat that meat, you better be thanking those animals for those nutrients.
Yep.
Same with your
Absolutely.
vegetables. You better be
Yeah.
talking to your vegetables because they're
As
still
as
alive
long
while
as
you're eating them.
and as long as they don't come from Walmart, because all of Walmart's
Yeah, Walmart's
vegetables and shit are
gross.
all their vegetables are dead.
Yeah,
You can
Central
tell.
Market, HEB. HEB is a great one. I know Central
Mm,
Market kind of like ups their prices, but they're still a good place to shop. Even Aldi has good products. Like they have nice fresh products. Aldi is a good place to go too. Your government run grocery stores, they're going to be
yeah.
giving you lab grown
Yeah.
stuff that's
They're
super
gonna get
cheap.
yeah, they're gonna be getting Walmart stuff.
Yeah, and worse than Walmart stuff.
Oh yeah, it's gonna
That's
be
going to make
worse.
Walmart look like
Yeah.
Central Market.
All the grocery stores in New York are suing Mundummy.
Yeah, but
Well,
you know what's interesting is that they're trying to say that it's going to take like 30 years to just get 7 government
yeah.
run grocery stores,
Hmm.
and
Yeah.
then Mom Donnie's wife is getting paid $400,000. $400,000 to be the poster person, and your taxes are paying for that, New York.
Yes.
Your taxes are paying for that.
And he also came on and made an announcement that ICE was not welcome in New York. Guess what? The minute he made that announcement, Tom Homan doubled and tripled the amount of ICE agents in New York.
That's
So,
hilarious.
Mandami, you better shut your fucking
he's
mouth, dude.
acting like he's acting like a
Eh,
foreign official, and he's
Yeah,
just a mayor.
yeah.
Like, I don't understand why he thinks he has this influence on foreign
He has
affairs.
no authority over anybody or
None.
anything outside of New York City.
Exactly. I don't
Nothing.
understand why he
No.
thinks he does.
Yeah, I
It
know.
doesn't make any sense.
Because he's a Muslim and they think
But
they
and
own
then
the
it
fucking
goes
world.
back to people who, are uneducated, who listen to his TikToks and listen to his hollow words, and then they're like, "Yeah, that's what's happening." But that's not actually what's
No, that's
happening.
not
You need
actually what's happening.
right.
No.
So he'll spew a bunch of words because he knows that people are going to believe it.
Yeah.
And that is not good for our country, y'all.
No.
That's not good.
No. And like I said earlier when we first started, I love Donald Trump to death, but he needs to turn his attention to our country.
Yeah, I agree
You
completely.
know, you can keep these little pissant countries in check. That's no problem. Let the
Right.
military do their job. Let
But
them
your
run it.
main focus needs to be in America,
Yes.
because what you're trying to prevent that's already happened in the Middle East is starting to happen here in America.
Yes.
And I do believe that he's trying certain things, um because he's trying to restrict Muslims coming into the country. He's
Yeah.
trying to raise the price of H-1B visas, which got shot down in 2025. But he is
Yeah,
trying
but that's
trying
that's
to do
Mar
some stuff. I just
that's
think he
Marco
could do
Rubio.
more.
H-1B visas is Marco Rubio's
I
little
know.
deal, and he stopped them. If I'm not mistaken, he stopped them
Yeah,
for the
for
time
raising the
being. They're
price, which
stopped.
isn't well, he tried, and I don't
Did he
know
get
if
it?
they're like necessarily still
Did they get
paused.
overturned?
And you I feel like it did because I was reading about it. Yeah, it is not paused or suspended right now. It remains active. But yes, he did try to stop it and it got shut down, which is ridiculous. But there
Yes, it is.
are bills such as the End H-1B Visa Abuse Act that is a proposed legislation that he is trying to keep pushing. And he's been trying to do it since 2025, and none of them have actually passed yet.
Yeah.
So the Save America Act, the End H-1B Visa Act, and then, of course, Governor Abbott put a pause to them. But in order for Abbott to ban it as well, it still has to go through legislation.
Yeah.
So Abbott put a freeze on it for teachers in Texas, but the tech companies are still hiring. I can tell you from personal experience, I'm not saying that people from other countries aren't highly qualified. That's not what I'm saying. What I am saying is that people are abusing the system because I am a qualified quality control process improvement technician, and I worked somewhere where I was basically the only white person in the quality control environment. And as I was trying to move out of the department I was in into the quality department, all of the jobs were getting taken by people's friends. So you have people who are in charge with H-1B visas who get all of these applications. And instead of hiring people who are qualified, more qualified, people who are told that they are the most qualified person in the entire factory for this job, they're instead giving it to their friends because their friend needs a job in order to keep their H-1B visa active.
Yes.
And that is not okay. That is an abuse of the system. And they're hiring people who aren't actually qualified. So you have a bunch of quality technicians and quality engineers who don't actually know how to do the job. They've never used a micrometer in their entire life, let alone have they built a database for recognizing defects and data labeling like I have, and they're getting jobs over me. And I left that place because I noticed it was happening and no one would listen to me when I was trying to tell them that it was happening. No one would listen to me. I felt like I was getting gaslit, even though I was being told that I was the most qualified candidate for these positions. And I wasn't even getting interviewed. I was just straight up getting denied, even though I was getting told by these engineers that I was the most qualified person for these jobs. Make that make sense.
It
It
don't make sense.
doesn't.
And that's why they need to turn their attention to our country because our
Hmm.
country's going to shit.
And a
It,
lot of
it,
people will try to say that, like, oh, well, what about people from Spain and people from France? 73% of H-1B visas are from India, are from
yeah,
India. And I
yeah.
can tell you from experience that they are faking their degrees, they are cheating their way through colleges, and they're getting fake documentation in order to get these jobs. And these tech companies are going to get run to shit unless something is done about it. I'm
Well,
done with that rant. I'm
that's
done with that
that
rant.
that's our government. That's our tax dollars at rest because our government's the one that needs to do something about it. But they're not going to. They're just going to talk.
Yeah,
You got criminals up there investigating criminals, which Fauci should be in jail.
I
Obama,
agree.
the Clintons, the Bidens, uh, Tim Walz, his AG, Newsom, his wife, uh, Pritzker of Chicago. They should all be in jail because they
Yeah.
have caught them
But like they're not
red-handed.
going, and it's weird because like they'll put it on national TV
Mhm, mhm,
and they'll admit that these people are committing those crimes,
mhm.
and then somehow those people still aren't going to jail. Why?
Exactly.
When if I had less than a gram of THC, I could get 10 years in prison for it.
Yeah, when a rapist, when a pedophile will only get 1 or 2 years.
Exactly. And someone who is repeatedly aggravating assaulting people are
Yeah,
getting put on parole 3, 4, 5 times, even though they're doing it over and over and
yeah,
over, they're still getting out.
yeah.
It make sense. It
It's not
doesn't.
going to make sense. It's backwards, and like I said,
Absolutely.
people are getting upset, and
It makes me upset.
it's going to come to a head.
Yeah. But
It's going
again,
to
I
come
have to
to a head.
remind myself all the time we got to keep our demeanor calm no matter how much it upsets us. We have to keep our demeanor
Yeah,
calm
but
and
it's
we
going to
have to
come
be able to
down.
talk about it
It's going to come
calmly.
down to all the bikers that went to Dearborn, Michigan. There's going to be a rally like that somewhere, and they're not going to come to be peaceful.
Right. We're trying
It's
to be
gonna,
peaceful right
yeah,
now.
and it's going to come down to good people doing bad things is what it's going to come down to.
Mhm.
And
Exactly.
there's gonna be a rally like that, and it's not going to be peaceful.
No.
It's not. It's coming. And they're asking for it. It's
Yep.
coming.
Especially when you have groups of people who are just outright being violent towards individuals who are just speaking their own words in public. Nothing is getting done. And the more that our police and our government lets this violence happen, the more peaceful people are going to get upset. And like you
Yes.
said, they're going to start fighting back.
Yeah, they are. They're going to start fighting back, and it's going to
Yeah.
come to a
This is
head. And
how this is how a civil war starts.
yeah,
This is exactly how it starts.
yeah, absolutely. So,
I
what
agree.
else we got?
I mean, that's honestly everything on the list. The only other thing that actually, I did add something. I want to talk about the blackouts in Indiana
Oh my God, yeah.
that
Well,
are
it's
somehow
not
not
just
getting
Indiana. It's not
right.
just
There
Indiana.
are
There's what,
others.
9 states that are
I
blacked
think so.
out?
Let's see. Which cities and
But
states
Indiana's going
are
on like day
under
14.
blackouts?
Indiana's going on like day 14.
Gary, Indiana is
Yeah,
experiencing a prolonged local power outage crisis. Um, and parts of 17 US states remain under uh, emergency preparedness because they're getting regular blackouts.
yeah,
And
yeah.
that is crazy. So Arizona, Arkansas, Colorado, Iowa, Kansas, Louisiana, Minnesota, Missouri, Montana, Nebraska, New Mexico, North Dakota, Oklahoma, South Dakota, Texas, Utah, and Wyoming. There are cities in every single one of those states that are getting reoccurring blackouts or have prolonged blackouts, and nothing is being done about it.
No, they're not.
And we're not seeing anything happening because of it. But if you look it up on social media, um, get your algorithm going, you'll start seeing posts from people in those cities who are literally telling you that there's no gas, there's no water, there's no food,
No, there's
they have
nothing.
no electricity, so they're in the heat. What are they supposed to do?
Exactly.
You can't just expect that many people to go without power. Why
No,
is that happening right now in
I
in a
don't know.
first world country? In a
Exactly.
first world country.
Exactly.
What?
Exactly. Yeah.
Again, make it make sense. It
It
doesn't.
won't. It won't make
It doesn't.
sense. I don't understand
Exactly.
why they're not. Why and FEMA's not helping Gary, Indiana at all.
Well, I agree they're not. To be fair, Trump did slash their funding.
So
How are they going to help if they don't have money?
hmm,
How,
send them in and give them money. I mean,
well, right, that's what I'm saying. Like, but Trump
take
took
away
away their
this
money.
bullshit we're sending to these other little pissant countries.
I agree. I completely agree. I agree. Is that basically FEMA needs more funding
Yeah,
and it
we don't
needs
need to
national coverage.
keep funding Israel.
I
Why don't we
agree.
fund the United States? Don't fund Israel.
Right. I
Israel
mean,
can take care of itself. I can promise you that. Israel, nobody's going to fuck with Israel. Israel can take care of itself.
I agree. And we've gone and helped and we've provided that help and we've set them up for success. And yes, it sucks that they're in that conflict, but we have our own issues here and we
Exactly. And
need to focus on those issues.
yeah, we do. And
100%.
mhm, 100%. I agree 100%. Um, I've been watching the Little League World Series,
Really?
and there is a 12-year-old female. Oh my God. She's a pitcher, and she may be the best player in the Little League World Series. The first game that she pitched, they play 6 innings. So if you went 3 up and 3 down for 6 innings, that's 18 batters. Okay. She struck out 15,
Ooh.
and they had to take her out because of the pitch count. And I actually watched them play yesterday, and they're from Alabama. I believe it's Alabama, and they were playing California, and they run ruled California, thank God. But she came up. Uh, she bounced one off the left field fence. Well, the time before that, she hit one down third base, hit a rope down third baseline. The next time she
Nice.
came up, she bounced one off the fence. Okay, and I how they're in the losers bracket, I'll never know because to me, Alabama, uh, they got a good team, and I don't know how they're in the losers bracket, but they are. And I can't wait. I'm gonna try to find out when she's gonna pitch again because I want to watch her pitch
Yeah, that'd be
because
awesome.
she is just. And actually, I think there's two girls on that team, but she is, and they're saying that she might be the best player in the Little League World Series.
That's really cool.
Oh,
I
it's
love
cool as
that.
shit. I mean, I love
Like an
it.
actual biological
Uh,
woman, right?
yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
cool.
She's 12 years old.
That's awesome.
She wears a ribbon on her hair when she
Love that.
plays. Yeah, and you know how strong Japan always in the Little League World Series. They're always strong.
Yeah,
They're not.
Japan
They're not
loves
that strong.
baseball.
They're not that strong this year. They all look
Interesting.
really small. They're just not that strong this year. I think
Okay.
they're probably going to get eliminated. But
Dang.
they're usually dominant when it comes to the Little League World
Mm-hmm.
Series. But this year they're not.
That's crazy.
It's not Costa Rica, but oh God, it starts with a C.
Cuba.
Uh, no, I don't know. I can't think. I
I
can't
don't
pronounce
watch
the
enough of the
country.
Little World
I
Series to
can't
know.
pronounce. I can't pronounce the country that
Cambodia?
they're from. No,
Oh,
no, no, no. I
I'm
can't
trying to think
pronounce.
of sea
I,
countries.
I can tell you. Hang on. Let me go to my phone. Hang on. I can do that. Caracas, I think
Yes,
it's
that's what we
uh,
should do. Exactly. Is whenever you're having a debate with someone, like I couldn't think of the words I needed to think of earlier. So I looked it up and then tracked back to it. It's okay to do that. Like,
yeah,
especially in today's day and age when you can just look stuff up. It's nice when you
yeah,
can memorize everything. It is.
absolutely.
But it's okay if you can't too. And
Yeah, it's Curaca region. It's Curaca. Curacal, Curaca,
oh, okay. Well, let's see how we pronounce that.
and they're pretty good. They're pretty good from for other countries. Um,
Or
Texas, the Texas team out of Bourne, they suck. They got there. They're good kids and stuff. They swing the bat, but their pitching is very weak.
yeah, I'm trying to pronounce that, but I cannot. Cu-
Their their pitching is very weak.
Curacao.
Yeah,
Curacao is the how
Curaco.
you pronounce. No, Curacao.
Okay.
The C has like this little symbol underneath it,
Oh,
and
okay.
that makes it an S sound.
Oh,
I'm
okay.
literally just looking at it. That
Okay. That's cool.
yeah.
But they're good. They're pretty good.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah. So,
As far as sports, I found out some weird news that I didn't even know was a thing. Did you know that Toronto, Ontario has a team in the WNBA called the
oh,
Toronto Tempo? Yeah, I know.
oh, in the WNBA,
In the
I did
Women's
not know that.
National Basketball Association has a team from Toronto called the Toronto Tempo. I know, I made that same look because I read some news about I can't remember what they were saying about the Toronto Tempo. Um but I was really confused. Oh, because the Toronto Tempo, this isn't even what I care about. They made some mascots that were like non-binary or whatever to like troll Sophie Cunningham. So yeah, that happened. But I was like reading it and I was like, the Toronto Tempo? I was like, how this is a national basketball league with an international team
Well, you got
on
in the Major League Baseball, you got Toronto Blue Jays
okay.
and the NBA, you have
Okay.
I know there's one from Canada in the NBA. I don't know. I don't watch NBA anymore. I don't
I
know.
just
They're
feel like
cause
maybe we should change the N to a different, or maybe it shouldn't be national because national means the country. When if you're including people from other countries, wouldn't that make it international? I'm just saying, like,
I
I'm
know.
not saying it's
I know.
wrong. It was just really surprising to me to find that out, that Toronto has teams, and that's cool because I don't think they have enough teams in Canada to make their own national league. So I think it's,
They've got their own Major League Baseball league. They don't have a
do they?
football league. Yes, they have their own basketball league. Japan has their own league. Mexico has their own
That's
league.
so weird.
Oh yeah,
That,
they all have their own league. And matter of
but I
fact,
also think it's cool that we invite him to be part of ours.
yeah.
Like, it's very friendly. I just am very confused by by it.
Well, the Japan teams and Mexico teams are not in the Major League Baseball in the United States. Toronto Blue Jays, I think, is the only one out of Canada that plays that's MLB, Major League
Okay.
Baseball.
Yeah, but it doesn't have the word national in it. Just Major
No,
League
but
Baseball.
it's their league. It's you got the
Right.
Mexican Professional League, you got the Canada Professional League. All these countries have their own leagues.
I just
Um,
think it's interesting that it's
they
like,
just
hey, come
don't
be in
mix
our
them
league.
now. Now they do when in the off season they do have a USA team that's made up of Major League Baseball. They do play the Mexican teams, the Canada teams, and all that. They do
Okay.
play the Japan teams, and
Yeah, of course.
they do play all that. So
Right. But like
they
this is just like within, like, they're in our national bracket, not like in a World Series. They're like
right.
part of the
The,
national series, which is
Toronto
so,
Blue Jays, I believe, are the
yeah,
only
Toronto
ones. Yeah,
Tempo. And
yeah.
like
So
that's
I've never heard of the
interesting.
Toronto Tempo in the
I
WNBA.
only
So
heard about them yesterday because they decided to troll Sophie Cunningham with their, and that's just ridiculous. But it is what it is.
well,
That's not the part I'm
when
worried about.
Caitlin Clark and Sophie Cunningham finally get tired of the bullshit and they go to
Hmm.
Japan or Europe to play, because Japan's already, believe, if I'm not mistaken, offered Caitlin Clark $14 million to come play there.
Good. Ooh, I want to
Yeah,
look that
and
up.
soon as she leaves, the WNBA goes for shit.
Well,
Oh, it,
I would be getting mad too because you have a lot of players who are just like literally tackling Caitlin
oh
Clark,
yeah, yeah.
choking Sophie Cunningham.
They got hit
Like,
jobs. They got hits on them. I mean, that's just it's
whoa.
so obvious. Yeah, it's so obvious, and the refs, and then the refs are even in on it. So it's pretty
Oh, no,
sad. It's pretty
Caitlin,
sad.
no, Japan has not offered a contract to Caitlin Clark.
Oh, if they hadn't.
I mean, according to Google AI, so it could be wrong. Google AI could be wrong. That's just the first thing that like pops up. If you're curious about major offers that she's turned down, yeah, I want to know. Yeah. Um, I want like, I mean, it's definitely caught attention. Um, but they haven't offered like an official contract. They've praised her. So they've
Oh,
given her a
okay.
lot of praise and saying that, yeah, she is amazing. But she hasn't gotten like an official offer. So
Oh,
maybe they're
okay.
just like in talks about
Yeah,
it. That'd be
yeah.
kind of cool.
And then
Yeah.
she just got a Michael Jordan just got her a Gatorade contract,
Ooh, that's cool.
and Sophie Cunningham's Adidas shoe contract. They everybody sold out in one day.
I mean, I think it's great publicity. I just it's just I don't know, maybe it's all a stunt to get him money.
It
Who
is.
knows? Like,
Well, like I said,
maybe they're all in on it.
as soon as they leave the WNBA, the WNBA is pretty much done. There was a deal at uh, Angel Reese put something out on TikTok or whatever she posted on Twitter or whatever, that she was the reason that the stands are being filled up, and she didn't understand why when Caitlin Clark played they raised the prices of the tickets. And Caitlin Clark replied and says, "When you play, you can get a free ticket with a slushy. When for people to come see you play, all they got to do is
Oh,
buy a
good.
slushy and they get a free
Love that.
ticket."
That
Oh
sounds
yeah,
great.
oh yeah.
I did
So
find something. So it says Caitlin Clark reportedly turned down $15 million offer to play in a different basketball league. Some are saying that it was Ice Cube's 3 versus 3 league, the Big Three league.
Oh, the 3-on-3.
Yeah, so Ice Cube offered her a contract that she turned down. So yeah, the 3-on-3 basketball league founded by Ice Cube. They did open up and offered her $15 million to
Yep.
play, but she turned it down. Yeah, that's so yeah, you're partially correct. She did get offered $15 million, just not by Japan, by the Big
Yeah.
Three. And then Japan is praising her very much.
Oh yeah.
So
Oh, she's
that's
loved all
crazy.
over the world. She's loved all over the
I
world
know.
except the
She's great.
WNBA. So
Yeah, I
when
know.
they leave WNBA, we'll barely fill the stands anymore. Matter
Oh,
of
I
fact,
agree.
Caitlin Clark is feeling they had to move her games to the NBA
Because
coliseums
so many people want to see her.
because so many people
Hmm.
wanted to come see her play.
Yeah, it's basically like the most fans they've ever seen come to WNBA
Yeah,
games.
yeah.
So, I mean, the publicity is doing great things for the WNBA. And if they really knew what they were doing, they would just admit what a woman is.
Hmm.
They would just
That's
admit
all.
what a woman
That's
is.
all they got to
Right.
do is
That's
admit
all they have
what a
to do.
woman is. That's all they got to do.
Exactly.
So,
Exactly. I agree.
well, it's
Yep.
been a good session.
It has. I love
We
all our
talked.
sessions.
Yeah, we talked
Yeah,
about a lot. Gave our
we did.
opinion.
Hmm.
Hit the like button, hit the subscribe
Yeah.
button, make your comments,
Practice your
whatever
First
you want to
Amendment right.
do. Yeah, practice the First Amendment right before it's all taken away by
Yep.
Muslim extreme terrorists, because
Yeah.
that's because it's coming. If you don't do something about it, it's coming.
Yeah. If you
It's coming.
support Muslims taking over, you don't support freedom of speech.
No, you
Your
do not.
freedom will get taken away. I
Yeah,
agree.
you don't support
So
freedom at all. So,
practice that
well,
First Amendment right. Be whatever religion you want to be, and don't be forced to do anything you don't want to do.
exactly. And
Hmm?
remember, Islam is not a religion. It's a cult. It's not a religion.
Terrorist
Okay.
organization, as people say.
That's right. So with
Yep,
that being said, that was good. I enjoyed it. Uh,
I did too.
hopefully we'll get more people to follow. I guess it's going on TikTok and X.
Yeah, and then like the full episodes are on YouTube and Spotify, and I'm putting clips on X and TikTok. You're not gonna see them on Instagram or Facebook because that's I don't they're whatever. They're just gonna take it down.
Yeah.
But
Yeah,
X
you
doesn't
got
take it down. X hasn't taken
yeah.
anything down yet.
No, but
So
if you want a safe space, go to Facebook and Instagram. Then
yep,
you'll be in your safe place.
exactly.
You can
You can
cover up with
find
your vagina blanket and get your mama to bring you a little
yep.
cheese sandwich and you'll be okay.
Our links for all that social media stuff is like down below in the descriptions of our show. So you can click all those, or you can just look up Papa B and Aplejax. You can find my handle at Sendalia, CENDAHLIA. You can also find us through AUDHD things, AUDHD things.
Yeah, and
Um,
I haven't filled out a
find us.
profile on TikTok or X yet, but I will. I'll get
Yeah.
to it eventually.
So you should find us, spread it around, talk about it, whether you like it or not. We're just for the First Amendment right, and
Yeah,
we want everyone to know that.
yeah. And if
Please
you want to
practice your
fact
freedom
check
of
us, fact
speech.
check us. Tell us that
Yeah, I
if you
would
want
love
to. Yeah,
that.
fact check us. But I think
Exactly.
everything we say is pretty much on mark. So,
Yeah, most of the time. Yep, I
all
definitely
right,
have to fact check myself too.
that's
I've
fact.
enjoyed talking
So
to you.
we've been talking about doing one live, but we hadn't figured that out yet. I don't
Yeah,
think.
yeah, we got to
So
figure out if we actually are
if
gonna
you
do
want
that or
us
not.
to do one live, tell us, hey, do one live so we
Yeah,
can have all the comments and stuff.
that'd
That
be
would
pretty cool.
because we can do one live on TikTok.
Hmm. We can
I
go live on
think.
TikTok.
I think
Yeah, we have to be careful what we say when we're live on TikTok. We
that's
can't be
fine.
as open with our words as we are on our full episodes, but we can absolutely do a live TikTok. That'd be fun.
Okay. All right. Well, you'll have to show me how to do that
I
on
can do
my.
that.
I know. All right. Well, Papa B says, God bless MAGA, God bless Donald J. Trump, and God bless the United States of America. Read your Bible. Peace out.
Bye.